The dark secret Caitriona Balfe's husband has kept hidden for years, warning behind closed doors. A cold night in the Scottish Highlands. Caitriona Balfe, an actress known for her gentleness and strength, returns to the villa they share with her husband, Luca McGregor, a talented and charming lawyer. She glides into the living room, where Luca is sitting with his head tilted at his desk, his hands shaking as he holds a pen, in the dim yellow light. A sudden pang of pain hits her when she sees the message on the screen: "We have to talk." Now, she freezes. It feels like a thin sheet of ice has broken from her heart. Luca raises her head. His gaze is not what it usually is, not warm, not gentle. Instead, it is a heavy gaze, with something mixed with fear and a burden that cannot be hidden. "Cat, there is something I have to tell you," he says, his voice dull. "For years, I have kept it a secret. Now, you need to know. The darkness of memory, it began many years ago in Dublin." Luca, then a young and ambitious law student, steady demeanor, brilliant intellect. He had a close friend, Declan, who was also studying law. The two bonded like brothers, sharing every little secret. One winter evening in their final year of university, Declan suddenly disappeared. Luca and Declan had a common interest in a legal case for the poor, helping a poor family in the Dublin slums resolve a land dispute. They had poured all their money and effort into this case, and that night Declan called Luca, saying he had found someone to help the family, someone they did not know. Then Declan remained silent. The following week, the police found Declan on the banks of the Liffey, dead, cold. The death was pretended to be an accident, but Luca knew his friend had been murdered. For a reason, they helped the poor stand up, touched by dark forces. Luca tries to bring the case to light, but the files are stolen, the witnesses fade away. He is warned, keep quiet to live. And from then on, the key to the dark secret he keeps in his heart, not telling anyone, not even friends, not even love, not even Caitriona. Happiness built on silence. Caitriona met Luca at a charity event. He was calm, deep, showing that he understood her. A person who had experienced loss, needed support. They quickly became a couple, married in a warm and simple ceremony in Scotland. She knew he was quiet, had pain, but never knew that pain was so deep. On the wedding day, Luca told her, "You are the peace after the storm." She believed, and believed completely. She thought he would also find peace when he was with her. Unexpectedly, the secret he hid was even bigger than his sadness. Signs of a crack, still a smile, but slowly losing its vitality. Luca often wakes up in the middle of the night, standing and looking out at the courtyard. She asks, "Can't sleep?" He answers in a lost voice, "My memories don't allow it." She hides in her work, behind long scenes. But gradually the silence in their home becomes heavier. There is always a feeling that someone is calling her name from somewhere deep inside, but she doesn't know what it is. One night, she walks through the study, sees an old file folder against the wall that evokes memories. She is curious, wants to ask but stops. Because she loves Luca, and in her heart, she thinks that silence is sometimes a protection, for each other and for love. A dialogue between love and conscience. It was raining that night. She came to him, pulling him out into the yard. "Tell me, what is it that makes you suffer?" Luca turned his back to the gloomy night sky. "You know, together with Declan, we helped a poor family. Their land was taken away by a corrupt corporation. They came, beat us, threatened us, all to stop the lawsuit. Declan was killed. And you couldn't save her." He turned back, his eyes sparkling. "She was waiting for me to go all the way. I would have told the police, but they said if I told, someone else would die." Declan's whole family, and then me. Caitriona was speechless. Under the rain, she saw a man who was broken, not by the loss of love, but by the loyalty and responsibility weighing on his heart. Heart in turmoil, she wandered out into the yard, her mouth silent. Her husband's secret explained why he was so miserable. But now, what should she do? Keep silent to protect him, or break the silence to seek justice for Declan, since he was also her best friend? In the dim light of her room, she drafted a statement to the media about her husband's case file that had been covered up for years, possibly the lives of many people involved, but then she tore the paper up and threw it into the fire. Love, for her, was not about public sacrifice, but about standing by, not letting go. Inner investigation. Caitriona began her own investigation, in silence. She went to Declan's family, to his sister. She told her, her voice trembling but determined, Declan has dedicated himself to the truth. But the law has not intervened. If you can do anything to make him recognized, she closed her eyes. She could be the one to bring justice, out of love for Luca, or to free him from his burden. Confronting the darkness, after many weeks, she visits the old lawyer who once rose to prominence in Dublin, now repentant. He hands her a sealed file, a copy of the statement Declan had secretly sent to a trusted friend. The statement says, "Consider this my final testimony." She is shaken. She must decide whether to publish it or to keep it secret. If she publishes it, they could bring the powerful to justice. But how will Luca live after the exposure? Climax. Love or justice? One day, Caitriona brings the file to Luca along with a letter. My love, you have endured more than I thought. I have evidence, but I want to ask you. What do you want? The truth to restore Declan? Or silence to protect us? Luca holds the paper, trembling. His eyes were pained, like someone who had spent his whole life trying to extinguish a fire inside him. If I were you, I would, for Declan and for justice. Because if you keep it, you've lost love and yourself. She took his hand. No words needed to be said. Their love, both beautiful and painful, found its way between darkness and hope.